If you're a nurse, you know the daily battle with documentation. It's that one thing, right? The thing that always stands between you and leaving on time. Well, today we're going to build a system to change all that. We're creating a personal AI prompt library, and it's designed to completely revolutionize your charting and, honestly, just give you back your time. So let's dive in. Okay, this is probably the single most important idea we're going to cover. The real secret to making AI a massive time saver in your nursing practice isn't about becoming some kind of genius prompt writer who starts with a blank page every single time. No way. It's about having a library of proven, pre-built prompts that are ready to go when you are. I know, it sounds a little too simple, doesn't it? A template? How can that be the answer? But that's the central question we're answering today. I'm going to walk you through exactly how these structured prompts can literally take hours of charting off your plate week after week. To really get why this solution is such a game changer, we have to talk about the problem. And for nurses, that problem is almost always a race against the clock, especially when it comes to documentation. You know this feeling. We have all been here. It's the end of your shift, you have multiple notes to write, a focused assessment, some patient education, maybe even an incident report. Now, if you're trying to craft the perfect AI prompt from scratch for each one of those, you're actually adding stress, not saving time. You're burning precious minutes just writing the instructions for the AI. Look, the whole point of using AI is to be more efficient, right? This start from zero approach, it just completely defeats the purpose. It's kind of like building a new stethoscope for every single patient instead of just grabbing the one you have around your neck. The goal here is to build your library once and then use it forever. And that brings us right to the solution, a permanent, reusable, and seriously powerful collection of prompts that is going to become one of the most valuable tools in your entire nursing toolkit. So what exactly is a prompt library? Well, it's your own personal, curated set of effective prompts, all organized by task. The absolute best way to think about it is like your digital reference cards, or your med calculation formulas. They're just reliable tools you turn to for a specific job. And in this case, that job is making AI do your documentation for you. And this library is the whole shebang. We're talking about prompts for literally everything you do. Head-to-toe assessments, admission and discharge notes, patient teaching handouts, SBAR handoffs, care plans, and yeah, even those really tricky incident reports. It covers the full spectrum of your documentation needs. Okay, so what do these powerful prompts actually look like? Let's break down the structure of a core prompt that you'll probably end up using on every single shift. This is it. This is the core of the system, the template for a perfect end-of-shift note. Just look at the structure. It gives the AI specific instructions on context, role, action, and format. It's this level of detail that makes sure you get a high-quality, usable note every single time. And your only job? Just fill in the patient-specific details in the brackets. That's it. And using it could not be simpler. It's a 5-step process that takes just a few minutes. You copy the template, plug in your patient's details, paste it into your AI tool, give the output a quick once-over for accuracy, and then copy it right into the electronic health record. Done. And this slide right here, this shows you the incredible leverage you get. On the left, that's your simple input, just a couple lines of data. And on the right is what the AI spits out in seconds, a complete, professionally organized shift note, perfectly formatted. This is where the magic happens. This is where you get your time back. Okay, but this gets even better because a prompts library isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. Not at all. It's designed to be customized for your specific area of practice. These core prompts are an amazing foundation, but the real power comes when you start adapting them to what you do every day. Whether you're an ortho nurse drafting a post-TKR progress note, a neuro nurse tracking complex stroke evals, or a geriatric nurse who needs to streamline MDS documentation for an IDT meeting. So let's take our first example. What would a pediatric nurse do to adapt these core templates to fit their unique patients? So a peds nurse would add these crucial little details to their base templates. Inside the context part of your prompt, you'd add the child's developmental stage and their growth parameters. You'd also tell the AI to always include notes on family-centered care. It's a small adjustment, but it ensures the output is perfectly tailored for a pediatric setting. Now let's jump over to another high-stakes environment, the ICU. The documentation needs here are incredibly detailed and just packed with data. An ICU nurse is going to enhance their prompts by building these critical data points right into that context section. They'd add fields for hemodynamic values, specific vent settings, sedation scores, and a detailed list of every line, tube, and drain. This transforms a general assessment prompt into a high-fidelity ICU note in seconds. So, what does all of this actually mean for your workday? Let's talk about the real, measurable time you're going to get back in your life. Using a pre-built prompt for just a routine end-of-shift note can save you, on average, 25 minutes. Just stop and think about that. That's almost half an hour you get back for one common documentation task on every single shift. And the impact is even bigger on the more complex stuff. For a full patient admission, one of the most documentation-heavy things we do, you can save up to 40 minutes. The system scales beautifully. The more complex the task, the more time you save. The best part about all of this is that you can start building your library today, right now. So let's wrap up with a clear, actionable guide to creating your own library. First things first, decide where you're going to keep your prompts. You've got a few options here. My recommendation? Just start with your phone's Notes app. It's simple, it is always with you, and it's perfect for just getting started. You can always move to a fancier system like a computer document or a dedicated app later on as your library grows. And that really brings us to the final thought. When you add up all those minutes saved on every note, every admission, every discharge, you're looking at reclaiming hours every single week. So the real question isn't whether or not this system works. It's what are you going to do with all that time you get back?